barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget August 25th backpack giveaway, free haircuts, Inglewood, California. And September 28th, TBA. Anyone got any ideas, suggestions, locations, own some property, own banquet hall, know someone, got a big business with a nice floor plan that can accommodate traffic, 300 to 400 people, feel free to contact me. Moving forward, I heard 78 this morning, and I didn't listen to the entire show, so I don't know if I'm being redundant or this is new information. I went in and out, had to get the kids ready and take them for school, and then I get in the car and I realize I ain't got no fucking miles in my car to go work out. So I'm livid, man. I'm supposed to start camp today for Earl Spence, Sean Porter. I'm about to put myself through some rigors, and I ain't got no fucking miles on my car to go to the 2 gyms and then go charge. Anyways, so I got to go to the charging station. So y'all about to get this ether now. So it's a blessing to y'all, but a pitfall for me. All right. I'll work out tonight, though. I'll be up to 2 a.m. working out. Here's what I want to talk about. What I haven't heard, maybe 78 mentioned this, but we forgetting that Tyson Fury wasn't a mandatory the first fight. He was a voluntary defense. 2, Deontay Wilder doesn't ever have to fight him ever again. He's not a mandatory. Part 3, Tyson Fury needs to enroll in the WBC clean boxing program and fight a title eliminator. Y'all can't see, huh? He needs to fight a title eliminator, right? These are the hardcore facts. Part 4, he doesn't have a belt. That was a circus job that they put on with Bob Arum. You know, Bob Arum casually got out the way of the answer of the question. Is that you believe what you believe what you believe. He said, you gonna fuck with this circus or fuck with the real with Deontay Wilder. That's basically what he said in a nutshell. So people are forgetting. See, the novice fans have so much hate, and they are descendants of J. Edgar Hoover. They have a fear of the rise of the black Negro. You understand what I'm saying? And because of that, they fear that Deontay Wilder quite possibly could take over boxing. And it's going to happen, whether you like it, love it, or hate it. It's going to happen. Matter of fact, it has happened. He's the biggest draw in boxing. I mean, he's the only one to do 1 million views on subscription-based TV. You know, people like, and they got a fucking detour. Man, you talk about a rough start to a morning. But you know what? Without struggle, there's no progress, for name's sake, right? Like Frederick Douglass, I gotta loop all the way around the whole neighborhood now. But probably, I always think like this when like you get detours in life. Like when I'm actually driving, I actually think that my life was saved. It's weird. It's weird. Maybe it's positive thinking or something like that. But I think, if I had went that way, maybe I get into a car accident or something like that. Maybe, maybe I hit the brakes and someone behind me. Anyways, I believe in the butterfly effect. So, as I continue, Deontay Wilder is the king of the subscription-based TV. He's fought on Fox. I remember 2 years ago in February, 2 years ago in February, he fought on Fox TV. I believe it was the Tony Harrison, Jared Hurd fight, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that was the fight. And the undercard fight that was on it. Gerald Washington, I believe it was. That was his last fight on free TV, if I'm not mistaken. And he's killing the game. And I can tell that he's killing the game because the biggest interview of this weekend was Deontay Wilder's 17-minute interview. And congratulations to him. You know what I mean? Even his jacket is trending. I heard, who was I listening to, man? Oh, I heard the Boxing Voice talking about the jacket. That was pretty funny. And so Deontay Wilder, you're hitting him from every angle, man. You're literally designing your popularity. Anyways, man. So as I continue, Deontay Wilder, man, you ain't got to fight this dude again. You don't. He don't deserve it. He hasn't. I mean, for real. He hasn't sought to fight a common opponent. He hasn't sought to do anything that will allow the fans to acknowledge him as a serious opponent. He's basically conning. He's conning. And it's no secret that he's fighting in Vegas intentionally to quite possibly get that fight again. Or two, have you thought about this? This deserves his own video. He's just fighting off of the back of people believing that he's going to fight Deontay Wilder again. Tyson Fury may not ever want to fight him. He might have told his handlers other things and people that he confide in for real. But he quite possibly don't want Deontay Wilder fighting. So these are just my thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Just my thoughts. Only my thoughts. Shout out to Jay-Z. And yeah, man, it's just amazing, man. These descendants of J. Edgar Hoover, man, let them live, man. I mean, and I see all the hate that Deontay Wilder get. I see all the hate that 78 Trill Boxing Talk get, and I get a lot. I get a lot of hate as well, but it's probably nothing in comparison to them because they're much bigger than my channel. And I'll say this. Stand up for what you believe in, man. Because when people are hating on you or they see their shortcomings or weaknesses as strengths in you, and they're offended by their lack of work ethic, they're offended by their inability to say, I'm going to go through this no matter what. Their fear is greater than their purpose. I'm going to say this again. Your haters' fear is greater than their own personal purpose, because when you're minding or deliberating over someone else's movement more so than yours, you're basically a loser. I mean, there's no sugarcoating it. You're a loser. Like, why are you living? I'm going to take this shortcut. Pin K. I'm gonna go down Pin K. That's I shouldn't have said that shit because I just inspired 3 other people to start taking Pin K. So we ain't gotta cut through all this traffic. Not that y'all niggas didn't know anyway. But another thing you drive this year, you get to see all the women that walk around the forum in the morning. Y'all see it in the background when I turned the Fabulous Forum, man. I thought this was like the most amazing thing ever. You know what I mean? Magic Johnson. So I said all that to say that. Just alright, don't let your haters allow one footprint or inkling or breath in your life. Don't allow. Look at the stadium. Sheesh. Wow. And yeah, man, just even on your fatigue days, like today is a real fatigue day for me because it's Mondays. It's the 5th, I think it is, and rent is due. I got a few tenants who ain't paid their rent yet, and you know what I mean? And not that I'm not gonna get it, but it's just a high energy day for me. You understand? And now I gotta do my workout at night after my kids go to bed, and that shit is just a whole different thing. But allow your purpose to keep you walking forward, man. Don't use Deontay Wilder's ascension to the top. What was that? A year ago, Eddie Hearn, a year and some months ago, he was offered $12.5 million. Then they came back and offered the man 40, and he turned it down. Man, you talk about black excellence, dog. Man, that's so inspiring. Even if you don't like Deontay Wilder, the fact that they offered him $12 million. Think about this conceptually. They offered him $12 million. A year later to the day, they come back and offer him $40 million and he turned it down. That's a $28 million difference in base pay. $28 million difference, and he turned it down. Does that make you want to go? Does that make you want to rip off your uniform wherever you're at right now? Rip your uniform off right now and say, fuck this shit. Does that make you just want to throw your computer off your desk into someone else's cubicle and say, I quit? It don't. Man. I'm trying to tell you, man, what a great story, man. Just this year, you know what, Deontay, I'll help you on it if you need it, but I know you're well equipped. Someone needs to do a short 10-minute document. Steven Espinoza, you need, if he signs his next fight, the fight with Luis Ortiz on your network, you need to do a 24 on the year that you and Deontay Wilder have had together in terms of promoting him. From him fighting that little 5'6" dude in somebody's hotel ballroom to who did he fight on? Spilka, to giving up pride and humility and accepting the $12.5 million, to now turning down $40 million, and he's fighting on pay-per-view on Showtime. Y'all need to do that shit. Y'all literally need to put all that shit together, because we do it in videos, but the visual in 10 minutes would be so much more powerful. Deontay, if you watch this video, if someone in your team watches this video, y'all need to do that shit, because and if you do it on Fox, you need to do it on Fox. Wherever you fight, you know what I mean? You definitely need to do that, man. And I think it'll be beautiful. And also, I want to say shout out to Showtime too. Steven Espinoza. I watch how boxing moves a lot, and I just saw Jared Hurd. I know he fought on Fox, but I just saw him get a hometown fight. I just saw Tank Davis get a hometown fight. I saw Carissa Shields upcoming getting a hometown fight. I saw Jamal Charlo get a hometown fight, all within the span of 2 months. That's beautiful. If Carissa Shields had a fought, she would be fighting August sometime this month. Within the span of 2 months, we've gotten 3 major fights in their hometown city. So I respect what Steven Espinoza is doing over there at Showtime. Pretty dope. I think it's beautiful. Keep up the good work. Don't stop, Steven. Don't stop. All right, whatever you do, don't stop. Fight for us. You know what I mean? So anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Deontay, we love you, man. I love you. And keep plugging, keep fighting. And here's the catch. I want y'all to understand this. When a black man tells another black man, I love you, the world has a problem with it. I'm loving him as a black man. I don't call Deontay Wilder or hang out with the guy. If we hang out, it's typically by accident. I believe there's a mutual respect, but I love him because he's a black man, and people hate that. People say, I'm about to get, watching the comment section in about 3 days, y'all come back to this comment section, oh, get off of Deontay Wilder's nuts. That's my brother. I love him. Period. I love him. That's it. That's it. Nothing big, nothing major. You know what I mean? Every time I see ask any subscriber that I've ever met, I say, I love you. Man, great meeting you, man. I love you, King. I met a subscriber at the Jill Scott concert. He was walking with his beautiful woman, and I was like, man, I love you. I need to see you September 28th. He's like, all right, man. I said, peace, man. I said, I love you, King. And he actually said, I love you back, too. Man, we got to remember our ancestors. We got to remember how our ancestors have gotten here. You know what I mean? We've gotten into this we've allowed capitalism to invade our ancestral and cultural rights. It's a right and a great privilege and an honor to tell another man that's the same hue as you, I love you. Man, y'all gotta cut that shit out, man. For real. Cut that shit out, man. Love your brother, man. For real. I mean, if he stabbed you in the back 14 times, that's not your brother. I don't care if he is the same hue as you. You know what I mean? Read 48 Laws of Power. He'll tell you what to do to that. Barbershop Conversations, man. I need to go back to doing that series. Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. And for 15 minutes in, I'll holler. Peace, guys.